Yeah, y'all tweaking. I understand that our system's broken and I'm just a little cog chilling. Hi, I'm Cog. Nice to meet y'all. Me no speak English on that one. But everything else, yes. I don't really know what's going on with my
Okay,
support system, but it's
this
burned
is
down
my
relationship
turn
with
to
my family.
talk, Mr. Mullins.
You guys know I have
Mr.
no clue what the hell y'all are doing. You have no details. You're making a bunch of judgments on very, 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 very misguided details and the frail line
Okay,
understanding that you
Mr.
understand.
Mullins, you're
I
going to
can't even
talk
speak.
with your attorney.
What's the Rotary Club? Who am
Okay,
I? Do you guys know who I am? My name's Jacob Edwin Mullins. You guys know who I am. That's crazy. You guys are
Mr.
playing
Mr.
silly ass
Feigelson,
games
did
with
you have
real
anything
ones.
else?
All right, everyone, today we're looking at one of the most unhinged sovereign citizens I've ever come across, because this guy goes on an absolutely wild rant and completely spirals out of control. He's in court today for burning his parents' property, and now his own parents want nothing to do with him, which is honestly insane when you think about how far someone has to go for their own family to completely cut them off. Naturally, he's playing the classic sovereign citizen card and claiming the entire court system is out to get him, but the funniest part to me is that he's treating all of this like some kind of freedom battle. It's completely ridiculous, he fully loses it, and things get intense fast, so let's dive in and watch the sovereign citizen meltdown unfold.
Good morning to you. Are you Jacob Edwin Mullins?
Yes.
All right, thank you. And Mr. Feigelson, if you would enter your appearance, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Stephen Feigelson, on behalf of Mr. Mullins, who's present by way of video conferencing this afternoon.
All right, thank you. Mr. Mullins, this is a felony complaint indicating on or about January 24th of 2025 at 216 East Thomas Street, Lansing, Ingham County, Michigan. Sir, count one alleges that you did willfully and maliciously burn, damage, or destroy by fire or explosive personal property with a value of $1,000 or more, but less than $20,000. That is contrary to law. It is a felony, carries a maximum penalty of 5 years and or $10,000 or 3 times the value of the property damaged or destroyed, whichever is greater. Do you understand the charge and the maximum penalty, Mr. Mullins?
I understand your perspective of what occurred and outside
Well,
of that.
hang on. Before you go too far, this is just what's written on the paper. You are presumed innocent. Let me finish, okay? And you'll understand why I'm saying this. You are presumed innocent. So we want to make sure that you don't say anything today that can be used against you. So when you get to talk with your attorney in private, that's when you're going to want to talk about what happened or didn't happen. I can only tell you what the charge is and the penalty is, and then you'll talk to your attorney and they will help you prepare a defense against the charge. Does that make sense?
I'm 29 years old. I understand. Like, you know what I mean? I get it, for real.
Good. Okay. All right, then, Mr. Mullins, you understand the charge and the maximum penalty. You don't have to agree to it. You just understand. Is that right?
Yeah, no
Okay.
disrespect.
Okay. Perfect. All right, now you do have rights as well. You have the right to plead guilty, not guilty, or stand mute. You have the right to a trial by a judge or a jury, and at that trial you can present or confront witnesses. If they would not appear, the court can order them to do so. You also have the right to a lawyer, and if you cannot afford one, one can be appointed for you at court expense. Additionally, you are presumed innocent, as I said earlier, and if you are found guilty, it has to be beyond a reasonable doubt. You also have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or write can be used against you, and you always have the right to have a lawyer present with you at any time that you are questioned. Do you understand those rights, Mr. Mullins?
You said read anything you say or write can be used against you? Did you say that?
Yes, I did say that. Yes, sir.
Me no speak English on that one. But everything else, yes.
I'm not going to lie, that completely caught me off guard, because I don't know about you guys, but this dude honestly looks like someone who would burn down his family's house. From the hair to that flashy African shirt, he really fits the description. I know he seems calm right now, but just wait, because any second he's about to unleash his sovereign citizen script, and they always start out relaxed before suddenly exploding into rants about how the government supposedly doesn't apply to them. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court has already made it clear that laws apply to everyone no matter what wild theories you believe, and honestly I don't even understand what he was trying to say there, like, me no speak English isn't going to help your case at all. Maybe this guy is mentally unstable, who knows, because he did burn his family's house, so that wouldn't exactly be a stretch, but let me know what you all think about him so far, and let's dive back in because things are about to get heated.
Okay, good. All right, then, is he applying for an attorney today, Mr. Feigelson?
Yes, he is. He presently works with our office on another matter, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. So, Mr. Mullins, what we're going to do is we have 2 hearings set for you on this. A probable cause conference, which is the first hearing. That is February 6th. That's at 8:30 a.m. with Judge Simmons. Excuse me. You are allowed to appear remotely on that, so that's why you will have a colored sheet. I think it's kind of a bluish green. Yep. Okay, you should have that, so you can appear February 6th at 8:30 a.m. remotely or in person. The second hearing is a preliminary exam. You have to appear in person for that. That's on the 6th floor of City Hall, Courtroom 4, and that's February 13th at 8:30 a.m., also with Judge Simmons. So you've got the notice and the Zoom instructions, correct?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Now, is there anything I've told you so far that you do not understand?
The one thing I didn't speak English on, yeah, but other than that, yes, everything else I did. I'm an artist. I've been writing a lot of things, so when I write stuff, it's like almost like, you know what I mean? So that's just a arbitration contract thing that I didn't like. So I mean, we'll settle through that. So I would like to just voice that. Other than
we
that,
could
no
just
disrespect.
move forward, sir. Appreciate the.
Correct.
Yeah, you'll talk about that with your attorney. Absolutely. Okay, so Mr. Mullins, I'm going to stop the live stream so that I can protect.
A low PR bond or a low cash security bond, Your Honor. Thank you.
If it's any money,
thank you.
I can't afford it. Let's just say that. I ain't got nothing to y'all. Ain't give me any tools to get a job since I've been released from your guys' care. Now, I don't really know what's going on with my support system, but it's
this is my turn to talk, Mr. Mullins. Okay, you don't want to talk about that because, like I said, you're gonna you might say something that can be used against you. So the court's going to look at 2 things, Mr. Mullins. I'm going to look at whether or not you're a flight risk and whether or not you are a danger to the public. In regards to that, I'm going to look at your criminal history. I'm going to look at the allegations. I'm going to look at your ties to the community, your employment status. You live with your parents. I look at all of those to determine 2 things. I do have a concern for the safety of the public. On the matter that I arraigned you on first, the arson, you are presumed innocent, but as I look at the allegations, it presents a concern to the court for the safety of you and any other individuals that reside in that location. I understand that would be your parents.
1995.
Okay,
Trust me.
This is my turn, sir. Okay, so based on that, I'm not going to grant you a PR bond because I don't find that that is sufficient to ensure your appearance.
This guy absolutely doesn't deserve a PR bond. Just look at his body language. I mean, growing up in the city, I remember there were always a few kids who were mentally unstable and had zero regard for other people, and this guy fits that exact mold. You can tell just by the way he's standing that if he were released, he probably wouldn't even bother showing up to court, and he clearly carries this attitude that the world owes him everything. Imagine blaming the court system because it didn't help you get a job. How about actually applying for jobs yourself? Because there's something called personal responsibility. You can't just sit around expecting opportunities to magically fall into your lap, yet this guy is acting like the court is supposed to be his personal butler or something. What do you all think about him so far? I know he hasn't said much yet, but in the next few minutes he's about to completely lose it, so let me know whether you think he's putting on an act or if he's genuinely mentally unstable, and let's dive back in and find out.
As well as protect the public, as specifically here, your parents. The court is going to set a cash surety bond on this of $10,000 to ensure your appearance. We're not done yet, sir. Okay, now, first of all, the condition of your release is do not miss any court dates and do not violate any state or local laws while you're on bond. You're not to possess, purchase, or consume any alcohol or controlled substances without a prescription, and you're not to leave the state of Michigan without permission from the court. You also are not allowed to possess or purchase any firearms, ammunition, or dangerous weapons, and you will have to report to pretrial services so that they can set up any pretrial supervision that may be necessary. That's either a phone or an in-person interview. Now, I'm also going to tell you, you cannot have any contact with Daniel Mullins and or Barbara Mullins. You cannot call, write, page, email, text, no electronic communications of any kind. You can't have anybody else contact them on your behalf, and no threatening, harassing, or molesting behavior towards them or anyone else. Additionally, you cannot go within 2,000 feet of where where they're located at any time, including work, home, or school. So what that means is you have property there, someone can go and get your property and get it for you, but you cannot go there and you can't have any contact at all. Also, you're unable to give me an address at this point. So if you are released, you have 24 hours to notify the public defender's office of the address where you're staying. If you don't do that within the 24 hours, the court then sets a bench warrant for you. Do you understand that? Do you understand what I'm telling you, Mr. Mullins?
I understand that our system's broken and I'm just a little cog chilling. Hi, I'm Cog. Nice to meet y'all.
Okay, all right, let's go over the other file then. This is, again, the 24-03520. Judge Simmons has ordered that you be remanded on that case file because you failed to appear for the probable cause conference. So you will not be released before that hearing that is to be set. Do you understand?
Yeah, y'all tweaking.
All right.
You guys know I have no clue what the hell y'all are doing. You have no details. You're making a bunch of judgments on very, 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 very misguided details. And the frail line understanding that you understand.
You're going to talk with your attorney.
What's the Rotary Club? Who am I? Do you guys know who I am? My name's Jacob Edwin Mullins. You guys know who I am. That's crazy. You guys are playing silly ass games.
Did you have anything else?
I do not, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I am going to order a CMH evaluation on that new file as well.
All right. That's about the one good thing you've done today, and it's not your fault. You're an amazing person, I'm sure, and I'm not trying to hurt your feelings or I'm a frustrated individual, so let me just say, I'm sorry for the disrespect. I know it's not your fault necessarily, but this is just a large structure, so I'll end that.
Yeah, no disrespect to the judge, but this guy is really just a small cog in the system, and honestly he has to be mentally unstable, because between the creepy smiles and that unhinged rant he just went on, something is clearly not right with him. It's almost like he's trying to play the role of a misunderstood genius, but in reality he's just a walking red flag. The way he carries himself and the way he talks makes him seem like a ticking time bomb waiting to go off. And don't even get me started on the fact that his own parents want nothing to do with him, because this guy literally set their property on fire. He committed arson against his own family, which raises the question of what kind of person even does that. He clearly has no regard for human life, let alone the law, and honestly I think he's a danger to society and shouldn't be roaming free. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not buying this whole misunderstood victim of the system act at all, because when you really think about it, he's just blaming everyone else for the mess he created, when at the end of the day he's the one who set his life on fire, both literally and figuratively. This guy is full of excuses, but none of what he says holds up when you look at the facts, and he's sitting there acting like the court owes him something, when in reality the court's job is to enforce the law, not to babysit a grown man who refuses to take responsibility for his actions. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. This one was definitely chaotic, and in my opinion this guy is mentally unstable, something I've seen firsthand before, so I feel pretty confident saying that, and I really appreciate all of you for sticking around and watching this wild video with me. So make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more content since I post every single day, and thank you all so much for watching. Take care.